What's that school rule you hated the most? The 10-10 rule at my middle school nearly destroyed my life. No bathroom passes during the first or last 10 minutes of class, no exceptions. Teachers acted like it was written in stone by God himself. I was in 8th grade when they started enforcing it like crazy. The thing is, I had endometriosis, but I was too embarrassed to tell anyone. Every month, my cramps would hit like getting punched in the gut by a truck. Sometimes I'd get nauseous, sometimes I'd get sudden diarrhea, and I never knew when it would happen. I tried everything. Heating pads, pain meds, tracking my cycle, but my body didn't care about my planning. 3rd period science class, Tuesday morning, 9:03 a.m. I felt that familiar stabbing pain in my stomach, followed by the worst churning feeling I'd ever experienced. I shot my hand up immediately. Mrs. Davidson was writing equations on the board. Can I use the bathroom? It's really urgent. She glanced at the clock without even looking at me. You know the rule. It's only been 3 minutes. I started sweating. My stomach was doing backflips. Please, I really can't wait. I think I'm going to be sick. Then you should have gone between classes. The rule exists for a reason. I was shaking now. 27 kids staring at me. I could feel everything inside me shifting, moving, getting ready to come out whether I wanted it to or not. Mrs. Davidson, please, I have a medical condition. Everyone thinks they have a medical condition when they want to skip class. That's when I felt it. The pressure was too much. I stood up, chair scraping against the floor. Every eye in the room was on me. I took one step toward the door. I didn't make it. Right there, in front of my entire science class, I lost control. My white jeans turned brown. The smell hit the room instantly. Kids gasped, some laughed, some covered their noses. I just stood there, crying, as liquid ran down my legs and pooled on the floor. Oh my God, someone whispered. That's so gross, another kid said. Mrs. Davidson's face went pale. She finally realized this wasn't some scheme to get out of class. A girl named Leah quietly took off her hoodie and wrapped it around my waist. Come on, she whispered. Let's get you to the nurse. I had to walk through 3 hallways to get there. Students stopped and stared. Some took pictures. By lunch, the story was everywhere. Someone had already made a meme with my face on it. The nurse gave me clothes from the Lost and Found, baggy sweatpants and a shirt that said Wildcats 2019, even though it was 2023. I called my mom to pick me up. That night, I begged her to homeschool me. I couldn't face those kids again. But my mom had a different plan. She stormed into the next PTA meeting with a folder full of papers, medical documentation, printed emails, and a copy of the school's public health policy she'd found online. My daughter had a medical emergency, she announced to the room full of parents and teachers. She asked for help, explained it was urgent, and was denied basic human dignity because of your ridiculous rule. Mrs. Davidson tried to defend herself. We have to maintain order. Kids will lie to get out of class. So you'd rather have a child soil herself than take 2 minutes to show compassion? That's when my mom pulled out the big guns. She'd done her research. Denying students bathroom access during medical emergencies violates federal education law under Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. You're lucky we're not suing. The room went dead silent. The principal looked like he wanted to disappear. Furthermore, my mom continued, the school's own health policy states that students with documented medical conditions must be provided reasonable accommodations. My daughter has endometriosis. This is documented with her pediatrician and gynecologist. Mrs. Davidson was put on administrative leave the next day. The principal held an emergency assembly explaining that students could always use the restroom for medical issues, regardless of the 10-10 rule. But the damage was done. For the rest of 8th grade, kids called me Poop Girl. They'd make jokes whenever I left class. Someone even put brown paint on my locker. The crazy part? 3 months later, Mrs. Davidson came back. Apparently, her union fought the suspension. She acted like nothing happened, but she never enforced the 10-10 rule again. On the last day of school, Leah came up to me. You know what's funny? She said. Half the girls in our grade have period problems too. They were just too scared to speak up. You kind of became a hero without realizing it. She was right. After the assembly, more girls started talking about their experiences. The school nurse stocked heating pads and emergency supplies. Teachers got sensitivity training. I transferred schools for high school anyway, but I heard the 10-10 rule was officially removed from the handbook the following year.